On this Veterans Day, we welcome you to the Class of 2020 induction ceremony for the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. To open our ceremony and introduce Governor Ron DeSantis, please welcome the Deputy Executive Director of the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, retired Marine Corps Major General James S. Hammer HARTSELL.
Welcome to the 2020 Florida Veterans Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I'm retired Major General James Hammer HARTSELL, and I have the distinct honor to serve as the Deputy Executive Director of our Florida's Department of Veterans Affairs. Today we celebrate the induction of our 8th class of our state's veteran citizens who've been selected to enter our Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. And I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our 20 new inductees. The Florida Veteran Hall of Fame recognizes and honors military veterans who have made a significant contribution to our state through their civic, business, public service, and other life pursuits. And this year's amazing class includes leaders in veteran outreach, groundbreaking aviators, a gifted artist, and even an astronaut. The life accomplishments and ongoing impacts of these 20 new inductees are beacons of civic and public service that we all should strive to emulate. Our Florida Veterans Hall of Fame would not be possible without the leadership and support of our governor and our Florida cabinet. And to welcome our new inductees, it's my distinct privilege to introduce Governor Ron DeSantis, Attorney General Ashley Moody, Chief Financial Officer Jimmy PATRONIS, and Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services NIKKI Freed, as they each personally congratulate this year's amazing new class into our Florida Veterans Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm Governor Ron DeSantis. Today I'm honored to congratulate and welcome this year's 2020 Florida Veterans Hall of Fame class. Established in 2013, the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame is known for their recognition of those military veterans who have made a significant contribution to the state of Florida through civic, business, public service, or other pursuits. With over 1 million military veterans currently residing in Florida, these 20 inductees have risen above the fold and made a lasting difference in our state. As a veteran of the U.S. Navy, I understand the sacrifices our military personnel make to protect our nation. Those who selflessly serve our country both at home and abroad will always have my support. Proud to be the governor of the most veteran-friendly state in the nation. To the veterans here today, inductees or not, thank you for your service to our nation and our state. It means more than you know. In order to continue to be the most veteran-friendly state in the nation, we are always looking for new ways to improve the lives of our veterans. Forward March was exactly what we needed to help improve the lives of our state's veterans in a practical and impactful way. I announced Forward March in early 2019, which aimed to unite the combined energy and resources of Florida's state agencies, veteran service organizations, private partners, and local communities for the benefit of Florida veterans. Focusing on issues such as homelessness, mental health, and legal aid, we were able to continue to work hard to bring aid to our state's veterans in need. Due to these combined efforts and hard work, Forward March in Florida has become the national standard for veteran services and support. Once again, thank you to the veterans here who put their lives on the line to defend our freedom. You all fought for us, so we will never stop fighting for you. And to this year's Hall of Fame inductees, congratulations. You deserve the recognition you're receiving, and I hope that your hard work will serve as a model for others to follow in the years to come. God bless you all, and God bless all those who serve our country.
Thank you, Governor DeSantis and General HARTSELL. And now a word from the Attorney General of Florida, Ashley Moody.
I'm Attorney General Ashley Moody, and as we come together to recognize our nation's military veterans this Veterans Day and honor our brave Floridians who answered the call of duty, I'm reminded of our nation's rich history of service and sacrifice. As Attorney General, I'm committed to upholding the freedom and liberty guaranteed by our Constitution and to the principles preserved by the blood and sacrifice of patriots. Patriots who fought in the trenches and foxholes, over oceans and across deserts. Also, we had the opportunity to freely and publicly debate in our town squares, and the security of knowing grievances would be fairly and peacefully resolved in our courts. Indeed, we enjoy a robust tradition of open debate and free speech. We enjoy economic opportunity, freedom of religion, and so many other fundamental rights. But we must never forget that so many fought and lost their lives to ensure these God-given rights were protected. And so, as we honor our veterans today and prepare to induct the bravest among us into the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame, let me extend my deepest gratitude to all who have served. God bless you, our great state, and the United States of America.
Thank you, Attorney General Moody. And now a word from the Chief Financial Officer of the state of Florida, Jimmy Patronis.
Hello, I'm Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis. It's my pleasure to join you to congratulate this year's nominees for selection to the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. Being selected to the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame is a tremendous honor and a reflection on your outstanding service and significant contributions to our great state. I believe that one of the reasons Florida is the best place to live, work, raise a family, run a business is because of our veterans. Florida's veterans are one of our state's greatest assets, and through your leadership and dedication, the expertise you have brought has made a positive impact throughout the communities in our state. I take great pride in that Florida is the most veteran-friendly state in our nation. Again, congratulations on this exceptional recognition, knowing that our state's future is bright, better, and stronger due to your contributions. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, CFO Patronis. Please welcome the Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services, NIKKI Fried.
Hi, I'm NIKKI Fried, your Commissioner of Agriculture, and an independently elected member of the Florida Cabinet. I want to offer a special welcome and congratulations to our newest Florida Veterans Hall of Fame inductee class of 2020. Today, we are proud to recognize your valiant service to our nation and significant contributions to the state of Florida and all of its residents. Each of being inducted today are the true embodiment of courage, service, and selflessness. You are heroes who have never stopped giving back to your nation and communities. Thank you for your service and the sacrifices that you have made, and most of all, thank you for helping us keep Florida growing.
Thank you, Commissioner Fried. And now, let's take a look at this year's inductees into the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. Our first class of 2020 inductee is retired Air Force Colonel Gary Clark of Lakeland. Following his retirement in 1993, Colonel Clark's significant contributions to the state of Florida encompass civic leadership, extraordinary public service, and unequivocal commitment to veterans. From establishing the influential Polk County Veterans Council and forging a strong partnership with the Polk County School Board in its administration of 13 JROTC units, to honoring World War II veterans with no-cost flights to memorials in Washington, D.C., Colonel Clark continues to integrate veterans into the local community while increasing awareness to the citizens of Polk County to their selfless service and sacrifice. Our second inductee into the class of 2020 is George DUREN of Port St. Joe. George DUREN joined the United States Army after graduating from Florida State University. A Vietnam veteran, he's often said that he has never forgotten his experiences in Vietnam and they never get too far from him. In addition to his charitable work, he spearheaded the creation of the Forgotten Coast Warrior Weekend to honor wounded veterans and was mainly responsible for the creation of the Honor Walk at Veterans Memorial Park in Gulf County. He also played a critical role in the creation of the Three Servicemen South Park in Apalachicola. Our next inductee is the late Michael Ferguson of Pensacola, a retired Army Brigadier General and Purple Heart recipient. He advocated for the relocation of the Army's 7th Special Forces Airborne Group from Fort Bragg to Eglin Air Force Base. His post-career mentoring of the Florida Ranger Camp students, staff, and families was well received and continued until his passing. Adding to these time-consuming efforts was his support in word and deed of the numerous college ROTC programs from Tallahassee to Pensacola, which included leadership scholarships and recognitions. From honor flights honoring the Panhandle's World War II veterans to the organization and funding of veteran service centers on Florida college campuses, General Ferguson's legacy carries on. Our fourth inductee in the class of 2020 is retired Army Lieutenant General J. Garner of Windermere. A Vietnam veteran, General Garner served from 1962 to 1997, retiring as the Assistant Vice Chief of Staff. A graduate of Florida State University, General Garner has been named as one of the outstanding persons of DeSoto County during the 20th century and awarded the key to the city of Windermere. In addition to his many civic organizations of which he participates, the General has focused on helping disabled veterans and individuals on the edge of homelessness. His selfless acts have made a tremendous impact on his community. Our fifth inductee in the class of 2020 is Martin Gayeski of Pembroke Pines. An Army veteran who served in the Vietnam War, Mr. Gayeski, or Marty to his friends, has played a significant role in the development and prospering of the city of Pembroke Pines over the past several decades. A tireless advocate for others, he has seen to the hiring of veterans in the community, to the honoring of veterans through honor flights to Washington, D.C., and to spearheading the design and construction of Memorial Park in Pembroke Pines. His patriotism, compassion, and drive have enabled other Floridians to get back on their feet. Our sixth inductee in the class of 2020 is Frank HAHNEL Jr. of DeBerry. He is a U.S. Marine veteran of the Vietnam War. As a survivor of the 1968 Tet Offensive, he returned to Florida and became a prominent engineer and electrician in Central Florida, helping to build some of Florida's largest hospitals, hotels, and high-rise residential structures. Prominent in his church and with a heart of gold, he continues to better the lives of others in need with his unselfish acts and deeds. A true unsung hero. Our seventh nominee is retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel George Hardy of Sarasota. Lieutenant Colonel Hardy, at age 95, is a motivational speaker and historical educator representing the World War II African American pilots known as the Tuskegee Airmen. A Congressional Gold Medal recipient, he flew 136 combat missions in 3 years: World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Although often in the limelight due to his many civic appearances and news media interviews, he prefers to be in the background. Since making Florida his home more than 3 decades ago, he has made a significant contribution to Florida's civic, business, and public service. His message, which resonates to this day, is anyone can rise above obstacles and soar to success. Our eighth inductee in the class of 2020 is retired Army Colonel Ronald Joe of Tallahassee. Colonel Joe is a staunch veteran and a military personal advocate. As such, he is frequently requested to speak at events and always incorporates veterans in his comments. He challenges audiences, stating known truths that America can and must do better regarding taking care of its veterans, particularly in the areas of homelessness, education, services, and mental health. He notes that veterans from the Vietnam and Korea era are increasing in age and should have the proper resources to care for them. He is recognized as a trailblazer who represents veterans exceptionally. Our ninth inductee in the class of 2020 is retired Army First Sergeant Delia ESPEUT-JONES of Orlando. Her intense interest in military and community affairs is reflected in her service as president of the Association of the United States Army Sunshine Chapter, ASA. In that role, she co-hosted monthly networking socials with community partners, hosted the Army Birthday Ball, hosted an annual Military Appreciation Night, and arranged a diverse group of speakers to address the chapter on topics of interest. She serves on the City of Orlando and Orange County Mayor's Veterans Advisory Councils and helps to organize the annual Veterans Day Parade, Memorial Day Commemoration, and Gold Star Mother's Day. Never one to say no, She is a tireless advocate for veterans' issues in her community. Our 10th inductee in the class of 2020 is retired Army Colonel Daryl KOUNS of Vero Beach. Colonel KOUNS has been an active supporter of the Indian River County's 15,000 veterans and their families for 13 years. He's an active member of the Vero Beach chapter of the Military Officers Association of America and has served as the chapter's director for the past 5 years. He was founder of the Upward American Veterans Program, which responds to requests for immediate financial assistance from qualified veterans and their families. In that role, he managed the expenditure of more than $200,000 for 159 needy veterans and their families. From delivering Meals on Wheels to Indian River County homebound citizens, to planning ceremonies honoring local veterans, the man, known as Sam to his friends, proudly continues to serve. Our 11th inductee into the class of 2020 is Cliff Leonard of Jacksonville. He served in the United States Marine Corps from 1966 to 1968. Cliff has spent the past 12 years sculpting 45 life-size busts of fallen Marines and Navy corpsmen from Florida killed in action in the Middle East, and of fellow 3rd Recon Company members that were killed in Vietnam. When the finished bust is presented to the surviving families, whether at a formal public ceremony, a church service, or quietly at Cliff's home, there are always tears of gratitude. Once he completes the remaining 4 Marines, he will have completed all the Marines and corpsmen from Florida that were killed in action. He is a member of the Semper Fidelis Society that supports the military community in Jacksonville, as well as a lifetime member of the Montford Point Marines that supports and honors the first African Americans in the Marine Corps. Our 12th inductee into the class of 2020 is Mike Mason of the Villages. A combat medic and Purple Heart recipient from the Vietnam War, he is a well-respected national and state-level veterans advocate. Mr. Mason was awarded the National Commander's Award for 2013 for the Military Order of the Purple Heart and was instrumental in declaring all 17 municipalities in Polk County as Purple Heart cities and the county as a Purple Heart county. As chairman of the Florida Veterans Foundation, he was a tireless advocate of those veterans who were homeless or at risk, and his life-saving initiatives, such as his partnership with the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay, have made an impact on reducing the number of veteran suicides. Our 13th inductee into the class of 2020 is Michelle Poitier of Jacksonville. The author and prolific public speaker served in the United States Navy from 1990 until 2003. She uses her talents for public speaking, her unique life experiences, and her ability to craft messages that resonate with people of all backgrounds for the betterment of others. As a respected Navy disabled veteran, successful entrepreneur, and powerful advocate for victims of military sexual trauma and other forms of abuse, she is known for her transparency, authenticity, and her ability to turn one's suffering into surviving and thriving. Her nonprofit organization is making a positive difference in the lives of women veterans of all eras. Our 14th inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Air Force Technical Sergeant DELORIS, also of Jacksonville. As the founder of Northeast Florida Women Veterans Incorporated, she has positively impacted the lives of hundreds of women veterans. As CEO, she has developed strong relationships with key personnel in the city of Jacksonville, the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and with national and statewide civic organizations. She is a positive role model in increasing awareness of the needs of women veterans at local, state, and national levels. She created Women Veterans Recognition Week as a local initiative which has been picked up by the state of Florida. She embodies service, sacrifice, dedication, and the highest levels of personal and professional integrity. Our 15th inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Army Chief Warrant Officer 4, Dean RESCH of Panama City Beach. He is an accomplished combat and peacetime rotor wing and fixed wing aviator and national aviation expert with numerous awards, honors, and accolades. A life member of many veteran-related organizations, he frequently gives back to the community, counseling veterans with PTSD, serving as a hospice end-stage volunteer at a local veterans nursing home, and welcoming military members at Northwest Beaches International Airport. Through his work with Boys and Girls Clubs of Bay County, he has also positively impacted the lives of many young people in his community. Our 16th inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Army Colonel Claude SHIPLEY of Tallahassee. A fierce veterans advocate, he's an active member of the Leon County Veterans Organization Leaders Council, coordinating all veteran-related events and the sharing of pertinent information throughout the year. Colonel SHIPLEY is the president of the Tallahassee chapter of the Military Officers Association of America, building the program to include all services, increasing the membership to an all-time high, expanding programs to serve members through greater support, and enhancing the strength of the legislative arm for veterans benefits. From homeless stand-downs to emergency financial assistance to veterans treatment courts, Colonel SHIPLEY leads by example and sees that no veteran is left behind. His success in delivery of relief to countless veterans is without peer. Our 17th inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Donald SLESNICK II of Coral Gables. Colonel SLESNICK is a Vietnam veteran who served in the United States Army for more than 20 years. He commanded his community's Army Reserve Civil Affairs Unit, and after retirement, he became an Army Reserve Ambassador and continues to serve with Army Reserve Ambassador Emeritus status. He had a stellar career as an attorney and as an elected official, including serving as mayor of the city of Coral Gables. He was instrumental in lobbying to bring Southcom to South Florida, as he worked tirelessly to generate both political and community support to bring that geographic combatant command to the community. He leads by example. Our 18th inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Navy Captain Morris Steen Jr. of Greenville. Captain Steen is a highly decorated veteran of the Vietnam War, where he served 2 tours of combat duty and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for his heroism. A former president of North Florida Community College, he was an active member or chairman of numerous organizations which had as their collective goal the betterment of man and his fellow men and women in uniform. Through his work with 4-H club activities, he's also enriched the lives of many of Florida's youth, a lifetime of commitment to help his fellow man. Our 19th inductee into the class of 2020 is Dr. Norman THAGARD of Tallahassee. Dr. THAGARD is an honorably discharged captain of the United States Marine Corps serving from 1966 to 1971, where he flew 166 combat missions in Vietnam. Dr. THAGARD pursued his studies in electrical engineering and a degree in medicine and is a licensed physician. He was selected as an astronaut candidate by NASA in 1978, and the following year was eligible for assignment as a mission specialist on future space shuttle flights. A veteran of 5 space flights, he logged over 140 days in space. In 1995, Dr. THAGARD was the first American astronaut to blast off in a Soyuz spacecraft from Russia for a flight to the Mir space station. Through the years, his selfless efforts brought recognition, as well as the respect of his neighbors, family, and friends. A case in point was his nose-to-the-grindstone work ethic in making the Tallahassee Challenger Learning Center and the IMAX Theater a reality for the countless numbers of students that would have their eyes open to learning about science and technology. Our final inductee into the class of 2020 is retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Alton Yates of Jacksonville. Colonel Yates' civilian career path includes the U.S. Postal Service, Executive Director of Greater Jacksonville Economic Organization, Jacksonville's Anti-Poverty Agency, and administrative aide to 3 Jacksonville mayors. He's a former member of St. Vincent's Health System Advisory Board. In every role, Colonel Yates raised the banner for veterans issues, ensuring a seat at the table was carved out for his military brothers and sisters. He was the founding president of Starbase Florida, a Department of Defense program that immerses at-risk youth in an engaging science, technology, engineering, and math environment. Alton Yates enlisted in the U.S. Air Force in 1955 and would become the first African American from Jacksonville to be a test pilot. His devotion to duty would lead to national and international acclaim while serving at the Aeromedical Field Laboratory, where he rode high-speed rocket sleds and participated in numerous aerospace research experiments during the initial days of America's space program. A lifelong champion of civil rights, he has never stopped working for his community and his fellow veterans. We congratulate our inductees of the class of 2020. And now a message from the Florida Veterans Foundation.
Congratulations to those who have been inducted into the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame and for your dedication to helping our veterans during and after your military service.
Since the beginning, the Florida Veterans Foundation has been proud to sponsor this great program. It's those that give back who are true heroes. Our board of directors and partners are also volunteers and work hard to emulate those great qualities that make heroes like you stand out above and beyond the call of duty. The mission of the foundation is to help veterans and their families enhance their quality of life through a variety of programs and services. The Florida Veterans Foundation was founded in 2008 by the Florida Legislature and is funded through grants and donations, and has recently added the Gadsden flag, Don't Tread on Me license plate to help fund our programs. For more information, visit helpflvets.org. Help us to help them who have defended our country to keep us free.
Again, congratulations to the class of 2020 from the Florida Veterans Foundation.
And now, let's hear from the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame Society.
Hello, class of 2020. Welcome to the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. My name is David Rose. I'm Secretary of the Board of Directors for the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame Society. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the Society. The Society is a 501c3 corporation that was developed to support the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame, the state organization. We do various different functions. For example, today, we sponsored your hardware, the medallion that you'll be receiving, the certificate that you'll be receiving in the mail, this patch for your blazer, your lapel pin, a challenge coin, and most importantly, your plaque on the wall of the rotunda of the Florida State Capitol building. That plaque will live there perpetually. We also have various other functions. For example, we are a partner of the Department of Defense Vietnam War 50th commemoration. We have projects to award Vietnam War veterans all over the country and present lapel pins and certificates to them. You can go to our website and see a map of where we have distributed and awarded these lapel pins to worthy Vietnam War veterans. Also, we award Blue Star spouses, surviving spouses of deceased Vietnam War veterans, and then of course, Gold Star families. Additionally, we partner with the Presidential Volunteer Service Award Organization in Washington, D.C. Most importantly, maybe, next year we're going to be rolling out a new program whereby we will be able to support financially veterans who were in college in their senior year, they're struggling, and we can provide funds for them so they can complete their senior year and graduate and complete their education. The Society also provides perks for its members. For example, each member will have a page on the Society website. The page will include your picture and your bio, and I encourage you to visit our website. There's just an awful lot there, and I specifically would like to have you visit the Founders page. Colonel Bruce Host, United States Air Force retired, is the founder of the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame, and most recently the founder, president, and chairman of the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame Society. We are grateful to him for his efforts in this regard. Additionally, we are publishing a book. The book is entitled Still Serving, and this book will include 2 pages for every member. Again, it will include your picture, it will include your bio, and this will be available before the end of the year, and it'll be available in softbound and hardbound. So you'll receive an email with a link to Amazon and Lulu.com so that you can purchase the book of your choice. Again, we would like to welcome you to the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame Society. Congratulations, you have earned it. Thank you.
For closing remarks, please welcome again the Deputy Executive Director of the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, retired Marine Corps Major General James S. Hammer Hartsell.
Thank you to all who made this ceremony possible, especially our Florida Veterans Hall of Fame Council, who reviewed a very large number of qualified packages in order to select these 20 new inductees. Our council members include Brigadier General Pat Maney, Lieutenant Colonel Chris Hart, State Senator Vic Torres, Commissioner Jimmy T. Smith, Lieutenant Colonel Marlene Carter, and Navy veteran Ed Rodriguez. For more information on this year's inductees and on the previous 7 classes, as well as information on how to nominate veterans for next year's class, please visit FloridaVeteransHallOfFame.org. The names of this year's class will be added to the names of our previous classes that are enshrined on the bronze wall plaque located on the plaza level in the Florida Capitol. Thank you for joining us on this Veterans Day as we welcome 20 great Florida veterans into our Florida Veterans Hall of Fame.